If I don't read anything else, I need to read these two books. Don't get my hopes up and then let me down, girl. I don't need to be swooning all over the place. I'm gonna give her another chance. I don't have high hopes for this one. I'm probably still gonna buy it, so I don't even know why I'm like trying to act like I'm not. Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Joyce, and today I am sharing my November TBR with you guys. And as you can see, we have a lot of books that I would like to read. So realistically, I'm probably, oh, that is heavy. I'm probably only gonna read like 10 to 12 books this month, but I am such a mood reader. It's absolutely ridiculous. I thought it would be a good idea to just add all the books that I am in the mood to read. So if I read them all, fan-freaking-tastic. There's 15 books here. So without further ado, let us get into my November TBR. The very first book that I would like to read is The Whispers, and this one is by Ashley Aldrin. I have wanted to read this book since it came out. It just sounds like something that I am going to really enjoy. It's going to explore envy and motherhood, women's friendships, which can always be like a tricky thing, especially if you're over 30. It's like you got to be really intentional and very careful and just all the things. If I had to predict, I feel like this is going to be a 4 or 5 star read for me. So I would like to start the month with this book, but we shall see. The next book on my November TBR is The Inheritance Game by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is one of those books that I wanted to read, then I didn't want to read. It sounded good, but then it didn't sound good. It's got a lot of hype. It's one of the most read books of 2023. So I've just been like teetering the fence with it, but I decided to buy it, and I don't know what my prediction is going to be. If I had to guess, this is going to be somewhere between like a 3 and 4.25 stars. So we shall see. I did hear that it is very similar to Knives Out, so I'm probably going to watch and read this book. This is one that I am okay with pushing to December. The next book on our list is Miracle Creek, and this is by Angie Kim. I did go ahead and borrow this book from the library. This particular author also wrote Happiness Falls, and I loved that book, and I could not wait to go ahead and get this one. I was going to just buy it, but then I saw that the library had it. Always check your library first. So I was like, let me go ahead, get the book, see if I'm gonna like it. If I do like it, then I will send this back and I will buy it if I find myself wanting to annotate a lot. There was a lot that I wanted to annotate in Happiness Falls. I could see myself wanting to highlight, or a lot of stuff resonating with me in this book, because this book follows a mom who is basically on trial for murdering her autistic son, which is like a crazy plot. It's almost making me wonder. I wonder if Angie Kim is a mother, or if she knows anybody that has autism, because one of the characters in Happiness Falls also had autism. So I'm interested about that. But yeah, I'm excited because I'm hoping that we get some courtroom POV. I love courtroom POV. If I had to give a prediction for this one, I'm gonna go ahead and predict that this is somewhere between a 4 and 5 star as well. The next book on the list is a second chance for me and this author. I'm really hoping that this works out a lot better for me than the first time that I tried this author. And this book is The Dead Romantics. Don't let me down, Ashley. This book also, a lot of people really love it. So I'm hoping that I have a better experience with this one. Our main character is a ghostwriter, and I guess she might fall in love with a ghost. So there's some magical realism here. I'm gonna give her another chance. I don't have high hopes for this one. And my prediction for this one is probably like maybe a 3. We will see. So the next book that I want to read is Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, and this is by John Gray. It is November, and I heard that here on YouTube it is nonfiction November. I don't know if it's a YouTube thing or just a thing in general. I really wanted to read this book like a couple months ago. My therapist suggested this book. I was just telling her, you know, I want to have the best communication with my husband. I think communication is key. And I have noticed that women and men, we just communicate so differently. We think differently, we move differently, we have different emotions. We're just different. So like, I think this is a great title. They're from Mars, we're from Venus, and I'm just excited to get any more knowledge or any more tips that will enhance me and my communication as a person, that will ultimately be a blessing for my marriage as well. The next book on the list, if I don't read any other book, I need to read this book because I've been waiting to get this book, and I finally got this book, so we're gonna read it, and it's Yellowface. I have been waiting to read this book, and I am so excited that I finally have my hands on a copy. It is going down in the month of November, and I just couldn't be more excited about it. The next book that I'm hoping to read in the month of November is Two Wrongs Make a Right. This book also has autism representation. Our main character here, she's the one that has autism, and I believe the guy, he suffers from anxiety, but I heard heard that this book was a excellent rom-com, swoon-worthy, spicy, just like all the things that you want in a romance. I am really excited to read this. I did start reading it, but then I got distracted and started reading other stuff. I only read a chapter and I really do want to read this. So this is another one, kind of like Yellowface. I am committed to reading these two books. If I don't read anything else, I need to read these two books. I know I'm a mood reader, but I am definitely in the mood and just intrigued to read both of these. If I had to predict a rating for this book, I'd have to give it a somewhere between a 3.25 and a 4.25. So let us see. The next book on my list is Embrace Your Almost, and this is by Jordan Lee Dooley. And I am excited to read this because I feel like this is going to be a very relatable book. If you're not where you thought you'd be, you're in good company. And I feel like a lot of times we feel like that. We have so many goals and so many ambitions and so many dreams. Sometimes we just didn't quite get there yet, or something came about, or we have to deviate or shift and you get frustrated or you just lose hope. And so I feel like this is just going to be a book to just give me encouragement to get back on the path to achieving my goals and making sure that I'm carving out a realistic plan. It says life is filled with unmet expectations, disrupted dreams, uncertainty, and in between seasons. Amen. As hard as those experiences may be, they also offer a unique invitation to align your dreams and goals with what matters most. Learn how you can gain greater clarity about what you truly want, why you want it, and how to begin pursuing it. It seems like all of us could benefit from a book like this. So hopefully I'll be able to read this. And it's short, so short. Oh my gosh, it's not even 200 pages. Like, I can gobble it up. So this next book is definitely a book I want to read in the month of November, and it is Spells for Forgetting, and it is by Adrienne Young. This cover is so beautiful. The plot and the synopsis sounds like something I'm really going to enjoy. If I had to predict a rating for this book, it would have to be somewhere between a 4 and a 5 star. It's giving fall vibes, and I just think that I'm going to enjoy it, but I don't know. This is in that fantasy realm. That is not my realm, but I did want to try the fantasy genre this month. This could be a very good place for me to start because you got magic, murder, mystery, contemporary elements. It just seems like the making of something that I would really enjoy. The next book that I want to get into for the month of November is Thicker Than Water. I got this beautiful book as a birthday gift, and this is actually Kerry Washington's memoir. I really enjoy listening to memoirs in that person's voice, but I'm just so excited that I have an actual physical copy because there have been so many memoirs that I love and I just need a copy of. Like, I listened to Becoming and I don't have a copy and I'm sick with it. I'm sure I can just go and buy one, which maybe one day I will, but certain memoirs are just so good and so impactful. It's like, listen, I need this one on the shelf. The next book on my November TBR is The Couple Next Door. This one will definitely get read because this is a buddy read. My friend, she also has a copy of this book, so we plan to read it together because there is just something so cool about reading books at the same time as your friend so that you guys can talk about these crazy scenes and just like your thoughts in general. I'm just so excited. Like, of course I love talking to you guys, but I can't hear anything back unless you leave comments, you know? And so I'm just really excited to read this with her because I'm sure we'll be texting and calling and just getting so excited. This will be my first Shari Lapina read, and I am very hopeful about this book. If I had to predict a rating for this, it would have to be somewhere between, I feel like this one might be like a 4.55 stars. I don't know why. It's just giving me that energy. Maybe because it's small, so I feel like it's gonna get right to it, grab you, and take me on a ride. So the next book is also by Shari Lapina, and it is Not a Happy Family. I did borrow this book from the library. I wanted to read this one first just to get a feel for her writing style before I bought a book, but I actually got this one for my birthday, so I didn't have to buy it, and I already checked this one out. I wanted to read this first and then this, but now I don't really feel like it matters. So this one is about the Mertens, I believe that's how you say the last name, and they are brutally murdered after a Easter dinner, and they have 3 adult kids. And so naturally you would think that the kids will be devastated, but then it says, are they? They each stand to inherit millions. So it seems like the parents had that coin, and they were never a happy family thanks to their vindictive father and their neglectful mother. But perhaps one of the siblings is more disturbed than anyone knew. Did someone snap after that dreadful evening? Or did another person appear later that night with the worst of intentions? Stop playing with me, Shari. This sounds so good. This sounds like it's about to be a 5 star. I don't know, but it has the makings of a 5-star with this particular synopsis and plot. So don't get my hopes up and then let me down, girl. The next book that I would like to read for the month of November is Do I Know You? And I am so excited to read this. It's a story about a married couple. If you are not new here, you know that I like stories about married couples. Cute little stories about couples either not working out or making it work. It's just so good, and I just eat that kind of stuff up. And this one, they actually like fake date, which is so cute. Husband and I have definitely done this. We have reenacted our first date, or we'll meet each other at like the restaurant bar and like, oh hey cutie, you got a wife? You know, so I love that type of role play. It's so cute, and it's probably corny and weird to people that aren't married. It's like, dude, you're already married, like chill out. But you want to keep the spice, you want to keep it fun. So yeah, I think they go on a trip and somebody mistakes them for strangers, and then they just kind of roll with it. I like it. I love the premise of this, and I hope that this is a good time. I have no idea what I would rate it. I really don't. I'm new to this author and the reviews are mixed. If I had to guess, because we're just guessing, I'd have to say it's somewhere between like a 3.5 and a 4.25. So hopefully my predictions are right. We'll see. We'll see. The next book that I would love to get to this month is Honey and Spice by Balola. I think that's how you say it. Somebody in the comments help me out, let me know, like, girl, you nailed it. Please let me know if I nailed it. But anyway, I really hope to read Honey and Spice. This is my second time getting this from the library. If I do not get to this book this month, I'm just going to buy it because I know that it is a book I will read eventually. It's just always so many options, and I'm such a heavy mood reader. If I'm not in the mood for a romance, I'm just not gonna gravitate towards this type of book. But I heard that it is very beautifully written. I think it's gonna be cute. I think it's gonna be fun and lighthearted. I just haven't got around to reading it. So I hope that I make time to read this month. I think it's going to be a passionate, good story that is just going to be equal parts sweet, equal parts spicy. And I just think I need to get into this. So hopefully we can read it. If not, like I said, I'm just going to buy it at this point. And then the last book on my November TBR is The Love Hypothesis. Also got this beauty from the library. Do not sleep on the library. Like, I love the library, and I know my books are like, girl, why are you going to the library when you have so many books to choose from? I'm sorry guys, it's okay. I love you all, it's fine. But anyway, The Love Hypothesis is a very popular book by Ali Hazelwood. I really want to try a book by her, and I also want to try a book by Lynn Painter. I want to try a book by Tessa Bailey. It's so many authors that I want to try books by, but these specifically for romance, because I'm not a romance girly. I like contemporary romance. I don't need to be swooning all over the place throughout the whole book. Like, give me a good mixture. That's the type of girly I am. So I'm trying to see which one of these authors, you know, could I tolerate their style of writing. The Love Hypothesis, I do think this might be good, but then again, I don't know. It's so hyped up. This, and I think Love Theoretically, I didn't know where to start. I didn't know what to do. So I was like, let me just run to the library. Whichever one is still available, that's the one I'm gonna get. This was what was available, so this is the one I grabbed. I hope that I really like this book. It doesn't matter, because if I don't like it, I'll just DNF it and it'll be fine because I got it from the library. So my feelings really aren't that hurt. But she does have a new book that is coming out. It's called Check and Mate. It's the cover. I am a sucker for a good cover. The cover looks so good. It's her first YA. It's very affordable. Most of these books are not affordable. I'm pretty sure that Check and Mate comes out the first or second week in November. So if I read this and I like it, then I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. If I hate it, I'm probably still gonna buy it. So I don't even know why I'm like trying to act like I'm not. It's cute, pink, black, gold cover. Come on, love the combo. So I'm probably still gonna buy it. But anyway, that is it for the month of November. This is more than enough. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found a couple book recs that may interest you, that you can add to your TBR, or maybe you've read some of these. If that's the case, let me know down in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Oh, the worst part about the book wrap-ups, it's the cleaning up. Oh my god, who's gonna help me put all these books away? The next book on my November TBR is about the Mertens, whatever, and they are beautiful, and they are the next book on our list. Wait, the next book, I think it's Bolu, because B-O is Bo. I'm sorry guys, let me get back on the topic at hand here.